I have made my return. Just recently, I finished a drawing and scanned a sketch to digitally ink and color later. I've got the idea to talk about my relationship with the animation industry outside of the shows themselves. I've had this down in my notes that I've wanted to make a TikTok about for a few days. It wasn't until recently that I decided to do it after getting some drawings done. I wanted to work in animation originally, particularly internet animation, but thought it was hard and decided to pivot to comics. I thought about working in the industry, but the climate of it made me decide, okay, how about I don't work with the big studios? Why is that, you may ask? Well, first off, I never want to work with Warner Brothers because of executive interference and tax write-offs, and their future seems uncertain. I'm still angry at them with the whole Coyote vs. Acme situation, and I even seen word that they didn't even advertise their HBO Max animated shows outside of like a single trailer for like each season. If that doesn't scream bad marketing, then I don't know what does. I never want to work with Disney because they like franchises more than original properties, too kid-friendly for my liking, and they can make bad decisions. I never want to work with Nickelodeon because they don't treat their shows well. The Harvey Beaks incident with C.H. Greenblatt is one of the things that I'm angry about. The cancellation of Invader Zim also plays a factor, though I could understand that the show was expensive to make, but I still think it's unfair to cancel a show just because adults watch it, because, come on, viewership is viewership and money is money. I won't see you as any worse or less of a person if you do work for them, because people have to make money. I just feel better about myself knowing I'll never work for them if I can avoid it. I choose to be the boss of my own creations to ensure integrity and good quality control. Hey, Charlie, how about that new comic strip? I'm so glad you asked. So far for a new comic strip, here's what I have so far. I started sketching out the panels for it. I hope to have it done by next week on Sunday. Just need to finish sketching, then I can do the outlining and coloring. I seem to be making good progress currently. I skipped the past few weeks because of school, which will very soon not be a problem since I'm set to graduate this year. In other news, I've been writing more stuff for my list of stuff to play with for a comic shared universe, and as of today, the amount of pages in the document for my character/story master list, it's been clocking in at well over 440 pages with 145 pages. So this is like one of the few things where I went all out. Like I said earlier, I finished a drawing and I've put it up on Patreon. Patreon is where it'll stay until I find the time to release that one publicly. My Patreon, so that way I can find supporters to help make being an artist, an independent artist, a financially viable business. The Charcoal Rabbit Tales comic that will become a comic soon, it's at 52 pages. I've also went on Google and found out that it takes 5 to 15 hours to finish a manga page for manga artists, which means theoretically it could take 260 hours to 78. Reverse that. Theoretically, it would take 260 hours or 780 hours to complete this entire comic if I were to do everything continuously. That's how long it would take to complete the comic, theoretically. All I have so far is the script written down, all the page numbers set in stone, and plans to put it up on Kickstarter. I hope to have the comic have 64 pages of content outside of behind the scenes stuff, or any additional info or material I might have, like sketches and such. I hope to fill up this extra 12 pages with like a bonus comic story for like fun, or maybe a few pages of a text-only story. We'll see about that. The only thing I have in mind right now is that the script is finished. Drawing should start after I finish high school, and I'll be taking a leap year after high school so I can make money from a job to help support myself for the foreseeable future and commit to making this comic happen. I've said everything I wanted to say, so I'm gonna end this TikTok/vlog wherever you see this video on. And in conclusion, things are looking good for me.